Hello everybody, and welcome to Fate Grand Order Babylonia episode 7. Yeah, this episode, I feel like an absolute load happened. We got some mystery still about what Anna was talking about, and then we had the whole big kerfuffle at the end. Yeah, a lot of stuff went down. We'll get to it shortly. First of all, though, did anyone see Food Wars this week? They had a Fate reference, they had an Unlimited Blade Works reference. Can you believe it? Crazy stuff. Popped out of my seat. But anyway, back to this. Absolutely mental things going on this week. I'm actually really glad that I haven't played this chapter in the game, because I mean I legit don't know what's going to happen. And oh, that's another thing. Thank you to all the people, I haven't wrote down all your names, there was a lot of you who tried to explain Ishtar things to me. I think I get it now. It was bound to happen at some point, weren't it? There was going to be something I misinterpret. But hey, I have the people on call to answer my confusion. So thank you to everyone who did that. Okay, let's get on with the episode. See what went down. Leave that in, it's fine. What went down and everything. Let's do this. We open up with Fujimaru having a bad dream about Solomon. He sat in a chair and looked around and everything. It was very creepy. Turns out Fujimaru has been asleep because he read the tablet that they got last episode from the underworld, maybe, or that village, whatever. He read that tablet and then he passed out. I don't remember him reading the tablet, so I'm going to assume that happened off screen, but whatever. They tell Merlin about meeting Solomon in London and everything, and basically everything that's gone on. I'm confused. They said Solomon was a Grandcaster and then Merlin's a Grandcaster. Can you have more than one of each Grand class? Because they said like the 7 main things of each class become grand classes. Maybe I was totally wrong about that, but that's what they seem to be saying to me. So I'm probably wrong, because obviously there's 2 of them. So what can I say? Merlin basically tells them, no, you don't stand a chance against him right now. Yes, we need to get that Grail. So everyone's like, okay, let's do that. First of all, though, remember that big old wall? It's important. The wall, the Babylonia wall. That thing is being attacked. So yeah, they go to the wall, some things get in, there's a bit of fighting. Leonidas, he's a cool guy, or Leonidas, that guy, he's pretty cool. He does a thing. They've got a giant explosive cannon device that apparently shoots Gilgamesh's treasures, which is, I guess it shows the difference between this Gilgamesh and Archer Gilgamesh, because Archer Gilgamesh is like, no, everything belongs to me. Whereas this Gilgamesh is like, I will use what I have to protect the people. So, Caster Gilgamesh, Castamesh, I can't think of a better name than that. You are a good man, sir, and I salute you. After they fend off the beasts, Leonidas tells them, or Leonidas, however you say his name, he tells them basically, lay some bricks, get stronger, lay some bricks, and they do. They make very small brick towers. I guess they were reasonably big. They weren't massive, let's say that much. Then we learn there's a city, I forgot the name of it. There's people stranded there because the beast stopped them, whatever. Oh no. Almost immediately Fujimaru's like, alright, I'm up for saving them, let's go have a go. Let's have a go at it, that's fine. Later on, I've sort of blitzed past this opening bit because I said a lot happened. This opening bit was not too much in the grand scheme of things. Later on though, Anna and Merlin are up on a thing, she's thinking of telling Mash and Fujimaru something. She doesn't say what, because, we don't need to know anything. She's afraid that the humans will hate her. Not Gilgamesh, Merlin is sort of like explaining her thought, because maybe she doesn't even know it. Basically, Merlin knows everything about her and what's going on, whether she told him beforehand or he just knows because he's Merlin. It could be either. Merlin knows everything, as I said, and he says, keep it quiet. He's like, don't tell them, which I find a bit weird, because we know that Fujimaru and Mash aren't going to care, regardless of what it is. So, yeah, Merlin, you're tricky. I trust him. He's a good guy, but he's devious, isn't he, that Merlin? Then he says something about him being inhuman too. So I'm like, oh, they're both not humans? I mean, I know who Anna is, but I still thought she was a human. That's a bit, I don't know, I have no idea. Also, Merlin, later on, he gets called an incubus, which I believe an incubus is like a male succubus. I haven't looked that up. I may be making a lot of assumptions, but I think that's what that is. Anyway, they say anyway, Fujimaru will accept what you as you are in front of you, so just leave it as it is, which to me seems a bit counter argument, but whatever. As they say, Fujimaru will be fine no matter what. So, demonic beast goddess they talk about. She's connected to Anna somehow. Gilgamesh, not Gil. I keep saying Gilgamesh. Merlin. Merlin says this, not Gilgamesh. And basically, like, yeah, let's go do our best. It's like you'll be the key when the demonic beast goddess shows up. You'll be key to defeating her or something. So, Anna is related to that goddess somehow. Is what I got from that. Maybe I'm completely off. Also, get some sleep, you two. It's not good to stay up all night. Playing them video games and other things. I'm an old man now. Grr. The next day, Fujimaru's having a bit of a freak out, a bit nervous. Leonidas gives him some great advice. I forget what it is. He says, breathe. You still be scared, but you'll be able to move, basically. Which, didn't think that would come in as handy as it did. We'll get there when we get there. And then he basically tells him, yeah, magic strength's not too important in what you're doing, or magecraft strength, I should be more specific. I know the terms are very important. Yeah, you're doing fine basically with because you got determination and you keep rising and all that. Then the group heads out. I say the group, there's like a lot of soldiers. Ushiwaka's there, Benkei's there, that's his name, Benkei. Not to be confused with the professional wrestler of the same name. I believe it's spelled different though, I'm not sure. Ushiwaka charges into battle and cuts up some demons. It was pretty good. Despite, I'm going to say this now because it comes to play a bit later on as well. The CG in this show is pretty decent. I know CG always looks at least a little bit out of place, but for me, this CG in this show has been alright. You know, I've seen far worse, and you know everything moves the way it should. You know, and It's not bothered me as much as I might have expected, so I guess that's a plus. I know some people just can't stand CG, so they're going to hate it regardless. For me, not too big an issue. Thought I'd just say that now because I haven't mentioned it yet. Yeah, Ushiwaka's charged and everything with like her squad, whereas Fujimaru takes a few to go to the village or the city where the people are waiting. Later on though, Benkei's like, don't you think they fell for this a bit easy? And they're like, oh crap, it's a trap. They're after Fujimaru. Ushiwaka charges. She's like, Benkei, he's my friend. I'm going to go save him. And I'm like, yes, Ushiwaka, you are underrated and I appreciate you. So I will be your second friend. My voice is dying a bit if you can't tell, but it's fine. I like talking about fate. It's good. Yeah, at the city, basically there's a load of blood everywhere and there's no humans around. Everyone's dead. Oh no. Merlin's like, an idiot. Blood trail. Follow it. Which, you know, he makes a very good point considering how obvious the blood trail is. Like, there's about 7 different things just going to one spot, and he's like, "Blimmin' Sherlock Holmes, look, there's a blood trail. Figure it out." I'm like, you know what, Merlin? He says it nicer than that, but he could have been harsher, I think. They go to like the middle. The blood trail leads to like the middle. What do you call it? A courtyard? It's like a courtyard, town square, something like that. And Enkidu's there, or fake Enkidu. I'm still going to call him Enkidu because we haven't seen real Enkidu, and I think because he's dead, obviously. So there's only one Enkidu at the moment, and that's him. So he's real Enkidu. Or he's not, he's fake, but he is the only Enkidu. I promise it makes sense. If you're a fake, but you're the only, and the real one's not there anymore, do you become the real one? You know, that's a real question. I'm not prepared to answer that. Basically, it was never an invasion. The demonic beast, he spouts a little bit of stuff. The demonic beasts feed on the humans. They're like resources, energy, food. Basically, they were never trying to invade the place. It was just to get some food, some noms, if you will. Then he summons a big beast, Enkidu. They said the name of it. It was something to do with Tiamat, like Tiamat's pet dog or something. It was a lion, but same thing. And yeah, they have a little fight, and Anna can't quite cut it. So Merlin uses some flower buff magic, which I believe is the first time we've seen him actually do anything in this series, because he's been there, but he hasn't, you know, done much. Moral support. But you know, he buffs her scythe and she cuts through it. Enkidu chains her up though and is like, "You might be a problem. He knows who she is. I'd love them to tell us who she is. I mean, I know who she is, but I don't know the relation between her and the other thing." And yeah, he's gonna get rid of her basically. Then Fu jumps at her, and Merlin's like, "I know you've been saving some magic up," and so he jumps at her and saves her. They teleport out of there, him and Anna. So Fu and Anna are presumably going to show up at an opportune time later on, is what I'm guessing. And then there's an earthquake. As I said, there's a lot happening. Boom, 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 boom at this last part. It's an earthquake, and the mountain starts to shift and everything. It's a giant bird snake lady thing. It's an Avenger class servant, Tiamat, is what they call her, and yeah, I think she says she's one of the goddesses. I would presume she's one of the goddesses. Just looking at her, I would make that assumption. Also, yeah, I think we saw Gilgamesh, Enkidu. I want to keep saying Gilgamesh, and I don't know why. We see Enkidu with her in a previous episode. Jesus, this is hard for me to say. She smashes some things. They get scared. The soldiers running away. She petrifies Mash and Fujimaru and is about to kill them. But then Fujimaru was like, "Mash, remember, breathe, because then you'll be able to move easier." And I'm like, oh my god, it's come back. The advice from 10 minutes ago has come back. And then they can move again, but then at the end she's like, "I'm going to kill all yous." That was the end of the episode. So I presume next week we're gonna have a fight. A big old fight, and the main characters are probably going to get wrecked. And then maybe they're going to get saved by... I'm going to say Ishtar's going to save them. Because she's nice. She's a goddess. She could probably drive Tiamat away at least, or something. Or maybe she'll just get bored and leave, like the old, "You're not even worth my time," and then disappear. Or maybe Enkidu will somehow convince her to let them live. I've got many no ideas, if that makes sense. I've got many little ideas, but I don't have anything that could possibly, anything concrete. But I have no idea. I hope it's like a decent length fight and not just, before the opening they just have like 2 minutes of, "Oh yeah, blah, blah, she wrecked them, she left." It'd be not. I mean, this show's done pretty good with its fights so far. In fact, we're 7 episodes in? I'm actually surprised how much I'm enjoying this. I thought I'd enjoy it at least a little bit because Fate, and I know that just that on its own would make me enjoy it. But no, it's actually pretty good, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say like, "Oh, it's the best show ever," but because it does have a few problems, but it's really enjoyable. It's really enjoyable just to sit and watch, and you don't have to think too hard. For a mobile game anime, like mobile games, not renowned. I know Fate Go is a bit different, but mobile games in general aren't renowned for their, I mean, there aren't very good mobile game anime. I mean, people are going to flood the comments and be like, "Actually, here's 7 of them." So, yeah, maybe that's true, but Fate Go, again, it's Fate, isn't it? It's different. The amount of money that has made Fate Go has made, they would want to make the anime good, wouldn't they? It does make sense. But yeah, I enjoyed the episode. I forgot to say if I said that or not. I did enjoy the episode. I enjoy the episode every week. I gotta stop saying Gilgamesh when I don't mean Gilgamesh. Yeah, I'm running out of things to talk about, so I guess I'll just wrap this up here. Thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider liking and commenting and subscribing and all that other good stuff, because YouTube likes it when you get them. They give you more plus points, and that's not a real thing, but it makes me happier to see the numbers go up, so thumbs up. I will see you next week for another episode of this thing, Fate Grand Order Babylonia, and bye guys.